to start looking at everything as an opportunity. When you are called to do something that you don't want to do, you can ask what lesson is there in it for you. You can also realize that you are always being of service, always contributing, always adding, participating whether you realize it or not. And sometimes you are called to do something, to be somewhere, because you have something to add. You are called to be of service without you knowing how, just by being there sometimes. You have to begin to trust yourself that you are not only here to learn, but that you are also part of a larger collective, and you are always serving that larger whole of which you are part. You have to trust that you have something of value to offer every time, in every instance, in every opportunity that is being presented to you. Sometimes you learn and sometimes you lend a hand. That's how it works in a balanced, harmonious universe, where there is always a give and take, a sharing and a receiving end. You have to begin to trust that you are here more than just to learn, to expand, to grow, to become larger, but that you are also participating at a larger scale, and therefore contributing and being of service at a larger scale. That only means you have what it takes in every situation to either learn what you need to learn, or to be of service to those you are called to help, assist, engage with. You have to start looking at everything as an opportunity. We have said it is all perfect, and in a perfect universe, everything works to your advantage, which means opportunities are everywhere. In fact, they are. You just have to begin looking at everything from that perspective. That nothing is random or accidental is certain, and if that is to be the case, you gotta wonder then why is it in your experience? You have been told that you attract how you feel, and that if you are having an experience then you attracted it based on how you feel. But you already know you are not creating anything, you are not bringing things into your life. You are creating a state within yourself, be it mental, emotional, or both, one that ends up having a charge, positive or negative, and that then becomes your experience, your reaction, your response in turn. So if there is a higher power that is creating such experience for you, it is doing so every second of the day, incessantly, for it doesn't sleep. It's never about you creating the outside, it is always about you responding to what comes on the outside. And everything that is coming bears with it an opportunity for you to rise higher, serve better, be stronger. Therefore it doesn't matter what comes, how you respond matters more. Whether you see in it an opportunity or whether you see it as a problem, challenge, injustice, look for the opportunity in everything, for that's how you begin aligning yourself with your higher self, who knows everything has an advantage and an opportunity for you to expand further. You are only here to learn means you are insufficient, lacking in some way, but that is untrue. You are here to also serve the entire universe of which you are a part, serve your entire collective of which you are a part. And that can only mean you have something to offer, some value to add, and that is more true than being here only to learn. You learn by giving as much as you do by receiving. You open yourself and your heart by giving as much as you do by receiving, whether you are receiving from your fellow men or a higher power. You are always doing both. The journey is about you becoming more, so every opportunity helps you and every challenge propels you, for in the challenge there is also opportunity. When you begin to look at everything as an opportunity, now you become more clear about what you need to do, now you become more aligned with your higher self and soul's purpose, now you become more at one with the larger part of you, whose only desire is to help you become more like your true self. Be confident, be brave, and trust you always have what it takes. The universe will never give you more than you can handle. You are always more than capable. Trust yourself and trust your team of supporters in the higher realms, no matter what comes. Channel, Nadina Bone. When there is an intersection of the standing wave energetic patterns of one dimension with another, we can choose to recognize and pay attention to the one we love the most. This energetic conjunction is a portal between dimensions and densities of energies. Each density has a diverse, but limited range of reality. We have lived in the world of time and space, and we can access a portal beyond time and space. We can be aware of both dimensions of reality. The one we have been unaware of is unipolar or only positive. Its energetic structure is based on continuing creation and enhancement of all life. It is beyond ego consciousness, which is based on duality of positive and negative. Where the wave patterns of parallel realities intersect and run parallel for a while, there is destabilization of everything, until we choose the one that we pay attention to and align with. If we want to live in a world of love and joy and great intensity, we embrace positivity in every way. Our awareness expands into brilliance everywhere in beauty with compassionate and loving relationships. By resolving and releasing our limiting beliefs about ourselves, we can transcend into a dimension beyond time and space. We can participate in the world of time and space, while also being aware of the most life-enhancing thoughts and feelings about ourselves and others. We can imagine the light of love in ourselves and others. This is how we become aligned with its energetics and are able to recognize its reality in another dimension that is destabilizing the dimension we have lived in. These are all part of the game of conscious expansion that we are involved in. Making the shift within the current energetic portal means being open to understanding how to live very differently. We can choose to be always grateful for everything, because we have created it in our own consciousness, and it has manifested for us. Even now, life flows effortlessly, as much as we allow ourselves to realize. Our ego consciousness becomes a willing participant in alignment with our inner knowing. To the extent that we are able to release our limitations, we open our realization to infinite awareness. Beyond time and space, we are our eternal presence of awareness with unlimited creative power in every dimension of consciousness. We are fractals of our Creator, sharing the same infinite consciousness and able to choose the dimension we want to experience. By Kenneth Schmidt, I want to explain to you in more detail how conscious awakening differs from the unconscious awakening. In fact, there is a rather thin line between them. Thus, a person who already has basic knowledge about a subject will get good results from his work much faster than someone who goes by touch, through trial and error. And this applies to absolutely everything, both your professional activities and the smallest household matters. Spiritual knowledge is no exception. And in this case, it is very important from what source you draw them. The vast majority of the inhabitants of your planet still identify this knowledge with religion. Some follow these laws intuitively, which is typical of very ancient souls who have incarnated many times on Earth, while others deliberately make efforts to monitor their thoughts and actions, comparing them with the laws of the universe and being aware of the consequences of their violation. An observant person who knows how to soberly and objectively evaluate himself will definitely see the cause and effect chains of all events in his life and draw certain conclusions so as not to repeat his mistakes. Therefore, we can say that people who live according to the laws of the universe, regardless of whether they are aware of this or not, are characterized by conscious awakening. But what happens to believers who try to live according to God's commandments? But recently, many ancient and pure souls are beginning to gradually move away from dogmatic official religions, feeling their limitations, and to look for an alternative to them in esoteric knowledge, which is now necessary for man like air. And it is precisely these people who are characterized by unconscious awakening, since they have already set sail from one shore, but have not yet had time to land on the other. But as soon as they find a calm haven in their soul, having found new life guidelines that will lead them to the road of ascension, they can be classified as consciously awakened people. With love, liberty,